105.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Good morning to you. There is Nicole Sipos, Indiana Borough Manager, joins us this morning as we talk about, well, a number of different things at Indiana Borough. Our visit this morning is presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 4 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Nicole, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you with us here today as we talk about a number of issues. Of course, I think the number one issue on the minds of so many people in Indiana after the accident last week in which 2 people lost their lives is safety crossing streets,
Yes.
which, you know, we would think that that is something that we have a handle on, but obviously there's still some work to do in that respect, and the borough is working on it in conjunction with PennDOT, and so you've got some something coming up to talk about that.
I do. And I just want to first start off by saying, like, everyone in our community, you know, my heart is broken. My deepest condolences go out to the family members, friends, and coworkers of everyone that was affected by the tragic accident that happened last Monday. You know, it's when you first heard of it, it's like a punch in the gut. You know,
Yeah.
I know the work the Chief Shaw, who heads our public safety efforts, along with myself and some other coworkers, we've been working with PennDOT for the last 8 months, and PennDOT has been a great partner. They did studies for us, everything that we asked of them. They came back. You know, the studies did take some time, and we were ready to present to council different options. And so at our next council meeting, which will be held November 4th, and on the agenda will be a traffic safety activity report that's covering everything that's happened from March of 2025 to the present. And during the council meeting, we'll discuss what the council wants to decide on potential changes that they want to see happen on Philly Street, addressing either pedestrian crossing and safety. So there'll be different options and different recommendations, and what we learned from PennDOT, that was happening with the traffic studies and that. So all that information will be presented to council.
As PennDOT worked on this with Indiana Borough, were there any surprising results or suggestions about what we can do? Because legally, I'm sure that there are restrictions as to what can be done, but certainly within the bounds of the law, there are definite things that can be done.
You know what surprised me on some of the data that came back? And I live in this town, I walk this town, I live a couple blocks away, so I'm constantly downtown walking. They did counts of pedestrian counts on 7th Street and, 9th Street, and there's over thousands, and this was done in a 24-hour period, and like over 1,000 people crossed our crossing walks. So with that was a real, wide eye opener, saying, wow, I know there's pedestrians out there crossing, and the safety and that comes with it. So I believe the all red phase for pedestrian crossing is probably going to be the top recommendation. But again, there's what's that cause when that happens? So where does the traffic go?
Yeah, well, that's the amazing thing about it is over 1,000 people crossing a street, and that's on a typical day. That's not on an event day.
No, that's just like a typical day that they picked in a 24-hour. Now, school, IUP session was in, so you have that time when we don't have students here, but and if you were out on Saturday, what an event on Saturday with the downtown Halloween event where, the kids were and families were just everywhere. It was wonderful to see.
Yeah, really was. And I'm sure that study that PennDOT did took into account and actually enumerated when people were crossing the street.
Yes.
What part of the day are people crossing the streets? And all of those different statistical measures that are going to help to inform the ultimate decision-making process.
Right. So ultimately, it will be up to council to make that decision on the 4th, which will have it, it's open to the public. It will be streamed online. Again, PennDOT has been great partners with us, and it's a tragic what happened, and, and we have been, safety is the number one priority right now
Yeah.
with the chief and to the safety committee. So the meeting will be a good meeting to have, and council will be informed, and they'll have the ultimate decision to make.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Tell you what, though, that was a great event on Saturday.
it was.
I was leaving town, as I said yesterday on the air, I was leaving town after the Coach's Corner program on WDAD, and as I made the turn, of course, everybody is being extra cautious at the intersections. But just to see the way that the kids felt free and easy and safe to go up and down the streets with their moms and their dads and grandmas and grandpas, and however it was that they were doing it, to see the extra work being done at the intersections, the bright green vests that were being worn, just everybody came together nicely.
They did, and we're not done with this. We're still looking at. We applied for some grants recently, and that will cover flashing stop signs throughout the borough. And then also flashing crosswalk signs at intersections that don't currently have traffic stops. So those are, some things that we're constantly looking into too for some grant opportunities.
Yeah.
Not just Philadelphia Street, but throughout the whole borough.
Yeah, you stop and think of it, especially around the IUP campus. There are tons of people that, it's not only just tempting, but it's easy for you to just zip across the street here instead of going down to the corner, waiting for the crosswalk.
Yes.
And we understand that that's been the bad habit that we've all formed.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but along with that council meeting, we're getting to the end of the year, so that talks about budget. So we'll have a brief discussion at the November 4th council meeting on budget to get ready for the work session on November 18th is when we're going to be presenting the budget, the 2026 budget to council to vote to advertise. So everything looks good. I shout out to all the departments at the borough. They have done an excellent job throughout the year, keeping expenditures down, working on a very minimal budget. So so things are looking great going into 2026. Yeah, positive.
Especially in this year when the economics are what they are, and when the state budget puzzle has not yet been figured out after all these months.
Yeah, so knock on wood, the borough's budget is one thing positive that will hopefully happen at the end of the November.
Yeah.
We got leaf pickup going around. That's this time of the year, so Public Works is out there picking up leaves for the next couple weeks, and we still have some construction work finishing up, obviously, for the November when we can get this weather like this out here. They're trying to get a few more tree grates in downtown and that to get ready for the big light up night.
Yeah, that is coming. My goodness, it's hard to believe. And I just looked over at the street to see if the flower baskets were down. And
they are, yes.
Sadly, they are down.
They are down, and then probably the end of in the next couple of weeks, the Christmas.
Yeah,
stuff
the decorations
will be up.
Yeah, my goodness, what a time of the year it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So all of that is happening.
All that and
people working.
Get ready for trick or treat. Everybody, they know. Safety, Indiana Fire Department will be out running around, and that's Friday night.
I have noticed last year, but then again this year, that there have been a lot of people that have worked on their sidewalks, and they're looking really good through town. There are still some areas that need a whole bunch of work, but then people have taken advantage of that program.
It has. We went through, just on the original ARP program, we went through $150,000 to help people with their sidewalks. And obviously the gas company was in here repairing some when they were replacing the gas company, but we still have a grant coming up in 2026 that will be replacing a lot more.
So there will be more money available.
More money, yes, yeah. More money's going towards more sidewalks. Yeah,
we have a difference.
Yeah, we have close to $500,000 worth of grant funding that's going to be going out towards the sidewalks.
Wow. That's amazing. Now tell me about the wall along and the embankment along
Vinegar
Water Street, Vinegar Hill.
Yes. So that's been a topic. We're trying to see what we can do. We did get a grant for some flowers up there, which we're trying to wait on the testing of the soil. We've had some issues up there with the soil and things growing other than weeds. So we do see that happening in November because we did get a grant for it. So we are going to move forward with planting flowers and going with the phases of having different flowers up there.
Yeah, yeah. Would that be particularly labor intensive or no?
Hopefully, our Parks Department will have some work to it throughout the year, but hopefully the plants that we're putting up there will be not so much, where they have to get on that hill so much. Because it is pretty dangerous, pretty steep. It doesn't look as steep until somebody's on there.
You'll keep the goats at your
yard?
yard?
We might have to bring the goats back.
Just put them in your backyard until needed.
Yeah, we could just walk them up. I can walk them up and downtown here. Yeah. So
I think that's
that was
really
always fun.
It was neat when they came in.
It was
and
neat.
folks were really excited to see them.
Yes, and it was something different, and so it was. Yeah. But that's always an option. We'll try. We're going to try these flowers and plant some. Have a little design up there. So if that doesn't work, we might be seeing the goats in a couple.
There you go.
In a year.
There you go. People won't be extra sad to see that. They like the goats. She's Nicole Sipos, Indiana Borough. Anything else folks need to know about upcoming events?
No, I think everything is online. Again, our council meeting. We have a brand new council meeting up and running. Our room is. Everything's technology-wise is going to be up and will be online, so you'll be able to either Zoom in online and watch the meeting or come in person and see the new building.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we'll have it online as well.
Yeah.
Next week because
I'm sure we'll be there.
That's any thought to moving it for a larger crowd, or you're going to be.
I don't think we can. The space is bigger than what we had over at when we were temporary across the Water Street, so I believe
we'll have enough.
We'll have enough room.
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Nicole. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Nicole Sipos, Indiana Borough. How was the charrette? You were good with the charrette?
Yeah, it turned out it was excellent. Well, I think we'll have to get Trajan back on here as a follow-up.
Yeah, we will.
Trajan and Jeff, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get them over.
Okay.
Right. It's Indiana in the morning. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Just about 25 minutes after 9 o'clock. It is a Tuesday morning, a beautiful Tuesday morning. Boomer Sports is next, and then Matt is back with us from the WCCS newsroom.